We gather at the darkest time to welcome in the light and celebrate the first Noel upon a Christmas night. So deck the halls with boughs of holly, lightly falling snow. We'll fill with light this silent night and let the old year go. Unfolding holy labyrinth, the turning of the year, we end our simple pilgrimage upon a midnight clear. And even through the darkest night, the longest, deepest cold, we'll hear the angels singing in the chambers of the soul. And all is well beyond what we can see, and all is well, and evermore shall be. And everyone we've ever loved is still alive and well. The heart remembers everything as far as I can tell, and all our fondest hopes and dreams are loving us so much that time bends over backwards to make sure we keep in touch. So let us sleep in peace and with a grateful heart awake, and greet a new beginning with the dawning of the day. And the angels we have heard on high are with us all along, and we'll join the joyful chorus singing heaven and nature's song. And all is well beyond what we can see, and all is well, and evermore shall be. And so we thank our lucky stars at times when we're apart. We'll always be together in this kingdom of the heart. God rest you, merry gentlemen, and all the ladies too. And as the years go rolling by, may all our dreams come true. God rest you, merry gentlemen, and all the ladies too. And as the years go rolling by, may all our dreams come true.
Hello, this is the fourth Sunday of Advent, and I am lighting the candle of joy. Joy dawns in my grateful heart. Joy to the world. The carol echoes the joyous message proclaiming the Messiah's birth. Today I feel the same triumphant joy awakening in me. I may have endured a long and cumbersome journey on the way to discover the joy that is alive in me, the truth of me as a spiritual being. I may have spent years denying my spiritual identity, thinking that fulfillment, wholeness, and abundance were for others and not for me. Now, as I've made the Advent journey, I have kindled my faith, felt the tranquility and comfort of peace, and received the soothing touch of deep and abiding love. Those gifts have led me to understand with deep gratitude that joy is mine to know and to feel and to live. And the verse from Luke 2, verse 10. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for see, I am bringing you good news of great joy for all the people." And the affirmation for this week is, "Joy dawns in my grateful heart."
Today is a special day for a number of reasons. It is the fourth Sunday of Advent, and the word for today is joy. Thank you, Tina, for reading the daily word and lighting the Advent candle of joy. As the opening song said, we gather on the darkest night of the year. And this is the day before the winter solstice, the day after which the sun starts coming back to us, or we start moving back towards the sun and experiencing more light. And it's also Christmas Sunday, when traditionally we light candles to remind us of the inner light within, the divine light. So thank you for joining me as we make this journey from darkness to light, from both our outer experience and our inner one. The white candle here reminds us of him who said, "I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Let your light shine before all." Let's take a moment and pray. We are here today to stop and make room for the sacred meaning of this season. We open our hearts to receive the gifts that have already been given to us, the gifts of faith, peace, love, and joy. We acknowledge your presence and your love here with us as we prepare our hearts for the expression of the one love. We come together in joy, in celebration, and in peace. And in closing, I would like to share with you a prayer written by a member of the prayer class. I am divine. Sacred Spirit, all present everywhere and all knowing, I am blessed with abundance. I am eternally blessed and grateful. I am divinely guided. I release all judgments of myself and others. I am unfettered, and there are no limits on the I am of me. I live in the oneness of all that is. Blessed be. And so it is. We come together today with a sacred purpose. Christmas is not one day put aside to celebrate an event that happened 2,000 years ago. It is a story of the birth, the rebirth of perfection within each one of us. A story which speaks to the presence of love. As we create a nurturing environment, the birth happens in the manger of our minds and the cradle of our hearts. This service is about light, about reigniting the light in your heart, awakening the Christ light that is your spiritual essence. For in Unity we see Jesus' story as our own, and his birth representing the birth of the Christ consciousness in our minds and hearts. I found 12 colored candles. If you know Amanda's shop on 5th Street, this is where I got them. And so we will light them one at a time and also speak a short affirmation together. The first candle is dark blue, representing the light of faith. Faith carries us forward and calls us to be greater than we could have ever imagined. Please repeat after me. The light of faith draws my good from invisible to visible. I am the light of faith. The next candle is light green, representing divine strength. the light that carries us through our joys and our challenges. Please repeat after me. With the light of divine strength, I accomplish all that is mine to do. I am the light of divine strength. The third candle is pink and represents divine love. Divine love is the harmonizing power that draws everything to its highest state. And the affirmation: with the light of love, I open my heart in compassion and caring. I am the light of divine love. The next candle is purple and represents divine power. We light this candle to acknowledge that the power of our presence in the world is the greatest gift we can offer humanity. And the affirmation: with the light of power, I use my words and thoughts to create my world. I am the light of divine power. The fifth candle, it's white, it represents silver, which represents divine will. That is our willingness to say yes to that which is calling us to be greater than we could have ever imagined. And the affirmation: the light of divine will opens my heart and mind to divine potential. I am the light of divine will. The next candle is gold and represents divine understanding. We light this candle to acknowledge our ability to stretch and see with new eyes, taking in all that is happening, not just with our senses, but with our hearts and minds. In the affirmation: the light of understanding enables me to see clearly and take right action. I am the light of divine understanding. And we're going to shift now for a song and a time of prayerful contemplation.
Long ago a child was born into a world confused and torn, who brought the gift of hope to you and me. Even if you don't believe, there's still a gift if you receive it from the heart of the child of peace. Child of peace, pure and sweet, show me how to be a child of peace. When a child is born, they bring the gift of peace, an offering from the universe for all to see. In my heart there is a space, pure and sacred, warm and safe, where the child of peace is born in me. Child of peace, pure and sweet, show me how to be a child of peace. And so the seeds of peace are sown in fields of hope where love is grown. Now unto us the light has come. Heaven's work will soon be done. In every soul that's born will love increase. Remember when you see a child to greet them with a loving smile. Give your heart to the child of peace. Child of peace, pure and sweet, show me how to be a child of peace. Child of peace, pure and sweet, show me how to be a child of peace. Child of peace.
In just a few days, many of us will be hanging a stocking on the fireplace, even if it's just to honor traditions of Christmas past. For the next few minutes, I would like us all to gather by the fireplace. Joseph has kindled a bright, roaring fire to share. The winter solstice is just a day away. Many people find fires to be meditative. This is true for me, even if that fire is just the Yule log on Shaw TV or a cozy winter YouTube video. You may have gathered around the fire in the past to honor pagan solstice traditions and a return of the light. The light and warmth of a fire, much like the candles on an Advent wreath, are also great for cultivating the holiday spirit and for sparking the rebirth of the Christ within. So let's settle in by the fire, cuddle up, and make ourselves comfortable. Welcome the warmth you sense as you draw in a couple of slow, focused breaths. Let that sensation flow through your body. Focus on the flames, blazing within, and taking an opportunity to let go of worries and troubles. Release them into the fire to kindle the logs and to feed the flames. Fan the fire with your exhales. The smoke carries away your troubles of the past, as well as any flickering anxieties of the coming holidays and New Year. The glowing ambers ceremoniously cleanse your sense of self. See how the flames dance about with excitement from this release. The light from these flames illuminates a path to your inner divinity. Sense the energy around you from the warmth of the fire crackling wood, the leaping flames. Harness some of this energy to ignite a fire within, sparking your creative powers, awakening spirit within. Sense a swirl of glowing light inside. Continue to draw from the flames light and power until each cell in your body is glowing with spirit, love, and grace. See the golden light spreading down into your toes and surging to fill your soul. Take a moment to sense this energy. Feel it in your feet. Sense a glow in your arms and your hands. It flows freely. You may find it full of things you see in the flames, such as hope, peace, prosperity, happiness, a closeness to others, an acceptance of your own creativity, power, and worthiness. Allow this light to radiate from your body, ascending from the top of your head like a beam, filling the darkness with your gifts. It streams out of your ears, eyes, and mouth, seeing the light bursting forth from the tips of our toes and fingers. Sense it glowing brilliantly from the center of your being. Now embrace in your mind a prayer partner who is also radiating brilliantly. What a magnificent feeling. Let this shared energy empower even greater awakening within each of you, doubling the capacity of your own blazing energy. Now imagine all of us, a group of 20 to 30 individuals around a fire, glowing with brilliance, radiating our divinity, sharing our love, and giving birth to the things we have yet to even imagine. As part of this powerful, sacred, loving group, we affirm our faith that no matter what we encounter on our path in the coming weeks and months, that through our connection we will find what we need to keep the flame glowing brightly on each of our 12 powers. I invite you to sit quietly here by the fire as often as long as you like throughout the holidays. It is, as we all know, the best spot to catch Santa on his way in to fill those stockings hung by the fireplace. I wish to acknowledge the inspiration for this meditation comes in part from the wise words that Donnie Wilson shared on the second Sunday of Advent, and as well from Diane and John's passion for solstice celebrations around a fire. Thank you for sharing your gifts and your light. May the peace and spirit of the season be upon you all. May you be richly blessed with the gifts of our rebirth. Namaste. Join me in saying the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
I feel warmer and brighter, don't you? Let's continue with the candle lighting. The 7th candle is light blue and represents divine imagination. We light this candle to acknowledge our ability to create new ideas and set them in motion. Our ability to see through appearances to the inner, deeper potential of every circumstance. The affirmation. With the light of understanding, I bring my world into manifestation. I am the light of divine imagination. The next candle is dark green and represents divine order. We light this candle to acknowledge the current we are always aligning with in order to bring forth a world in a balanced and harmonious way. The affirmation. With the light of order, my life is in balance and harmony. I am the light of divine order. The 9th candle is yellow and represents divine wisdom. The wisdom that accesses our highest self and directs us to act as love, compassion, joy, and peace. The affirmation. With the light of divine wisdom, I am guided in every thought, word, and action. I am the light of divine wisdom. The next candle is orange and represents zeal. We light this candle to acknowledge the inner fire of the soul, springing forth to manifest heaven on earth. In the affirmation, with the light of zeal, I enthusiastically accept my good and go forward to achieve my purpose. I am the light of divine zeal. The 11th candle represents release. We light this candle to acknowledge our ability to let go of old thoughts, beliefs, and patterns that are not for our highest good. And the affirmation is, with the light of release, I let go of anything and everything that no longer serves my unfolding good. I am the light of divine release. The 12th candle is red and represents divine life, which is the expression of vitality and wholeness. We have within us an irrepressible energy of life that is greater than any circumstance. We have the power and potential to express the eternal activity of spirit in all things and in all ways. The affirmation, with the light of divine life, every part of my being is holy and whole. I am the light of divine life. faith, strength, love, power, will, understanding, imagination, divine order, wisdom, zeal, release, and life. These are some of the spiritual gifts that exist in every one of us, that lie in wait, in potential, waiting for us to call them forth, to activate them, to light them like we do symbolically today, and to bring them into the world. So let's just take a moment of silence and reflect on these lights, these powers, and awaken them in our consciousness. And we'll do that as we listen to another song and a time of prayerful contemplation.
Lullaby, my dearest child, let the world go for a while. It will spin and make its way gently while you're sleeping. Unseen guides bless your life. Set aside the how and why. Restore your soul and rest assured, safely in their keeping. Sacred Mother, full of grace, surrender to her dark embrace. For deep inside this winter's night is birth the coming of the light. Receive this kindness as a prayer. You will find such comfort there. The love divine, her grand design, will breathe us into being. Sacred Mother, full of grace, surrender to her dark embrace. For deep inside this winter's night is birth the coming of the light. Receive the coming of the light.
The time has come for celebration, for the light has been reborn. The animals feel the stirring of the life force deep within their dens. The seeds begin to stir within the womb of Mother Earth. And we know that the cycle of life will continue for another year. Rejoice, for today the light is greater than the time of darkness. Rejoice, for today the Christ principle is born within, Let us welcome the divine light today. Take a few letting go breaths and relax into the inner stillness. In the space above you and slightly in front of you, visualize Jesus, Mary, the Buddha, a great light, or whatever, excuse me, whatever symbol of the divine you feel especially close to. Give thanks for the rebirth of the light within yourself and in the world. Now visualize that a living light is flowing from the divine to you, showering over you and entering through the top of your head. Let the light penetrate all your cells, awakening them from their ancient sleep, washing away any darkness that obscures the sun within your own heart. See your heart light, that Christ principle within, shining as bright as the star over Bethlehem. Allow it to grow brighter and brighter, uniting with the light of God, surrounding you in a glowing egg of light. Send the light out into the world with this metta blessing. May there be peace on earth. May the hearts of all beings be open, and may all be reborn in forgiveness. May all creation reflect the glory of God. And let us end again with our beloved unity prayer of protection. May the light of God surround us. May the love of God enfold us. May the power of God protect us. May the presence of God watch over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Blessed be.
After today, the days start being a little longer. The light is returning to us. We appreciate the outer light, and we also know that it comes and goes each day as we experience day and night, and with the seasons. What we also know but cannot see is that the sun is shining all the time. There is no coming and going. There is no dimming or brightening. It shines with its pure radiance all the time and has done so for billions of years. In this darkest time of the year, we remember the divine light that is our very essence. We celebrate the light that is being reignited in our hearts. Today is the day we light the small candle you received in your gift bag. Around your candle is wrapped a blessing that has been lovingly selected with a prayer that it may reach the right person for whom it is meant. We trust that this special blessing will be your spiritual touchstone for the coming year. And if you are able to now, unwrap the blessing and light the candle. I'll see if I can do this while I'm holding on to my candle. I know that the gifts of Advent, faith, peace, love, and joy, and the gifts of Spirit will carry us into the new year, stronger and wiser. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the gifts and the blessings that we've received this year, the ones you have given and the ones you have received. We have a lot to be thankful for. Next week will be our release and white stone ceremony. So when you get ready to watch the service, make sure you have your white stone. These were all in your gift bag. Your white stone. This little envelope that says for December 27th service. And here is your release paper. A bowl with some water in it. And something to write with. A pencil. If you want a Christmas Eve experience with Pat Clarkson, you can join her at Unity Victoria by Zoom. Just go to unityvictoria.ca and ask for the link. I'll see you there. Our closing blessing. The light of the Christ fills my mind. The life of the Christ fills my body. The love of the Christ fills my heart. The substance of the Christ fills my affairs. The beauty of the Christ shines forth through me as faith and freedom, joy and courage, power and peace. The Christ is made manifest in me. To celebrate this last Sunday of Advent with joy, I found a song called Joy in Our Hearts. And Joseph has put together a beautiful slideshow of all the photos that you sent in. So we'll enjoy seeing our spiritual family as we sing and bring more joy into the world.
Peace for the season, love every moment, light shines wherever we are, faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, sweet joy in our hearts. Hey, hey. Every day is a choice to show some kindness. We all are part of one family, yeah. So connected, our hearts and spirits. I reach out for you, you reach out for me. Peace for the season, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Oh, faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, joy in our hearts, yeah. Yeah. Now is the time to come together to count our blessings. We are grateful. We lift our voices in one chorus. My brothers, my sisters, let's celebrate. Peace for the season, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, joy in our hearts. Let's celebrate peace, let's celebrate love, let's celebrate light, light that shines, shines, shines. Just celebrate faith, let's celebrate hope, let's celebrate joy, joy in our
Here are some of the ways you can stay in touch with your Unity Comox Valley spiritual community. Send us a thought for the day. We will share it at one of the celebration services. If you would like to be one of the daily word readers, let us know, and we'll make an arrangement to film you. If there's a song you are missing, let us know. If you don't know the title, that's okay. Send a phrase or a few words, and we will identify it. There is a weekly newsletter that is full of information, upcoming events, and resources. If you are not receiving that, please email us at info@unitycomoxvalley.com, and we will put you on the list. In that newsletter is a Zoom link to the Sunday morning discussion group. We meet every Sunday at 10:30 and have a rich and lively discussion about various spiritual topics.